Hey guys, this is another episode with Trigger Moon,
And Senkan.
and this is Gam Talk about episode 3, chapter 62, The Door of Hope. What are they hoping for? Well, I'm hoping for flashbacks, which is exactly what I got. Oh, boy.
That's true. That's a
I
lot
love
of
I love me
flashback.
a good flashback episode. See the people in their youth. I like structure. I like when you see character development. I like it when you see I started as a little tiny turd and I grew up into a pile of crap. Not necessarily a
very
pile of crap.
development.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
One gets flushed. Now, I don't necessarily need it to be a pile of crap, obviously, but I like the development. I like.
Hey, and you know what's great about that? You don't need filler episodes for those.
No, you don't. No, exactly. It's well done.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk about Attack on Titan, sir.
Okay, yes, let's do that. So Reiner, we see the old posse. But before we talk about the old posse, the first ones who started the infiltration, we'll talk about Reiner, who wants to be a Marleyan. Why does he want to be a Marleyan? Well, let me say this. His mother told him that he had a father that was Marleyan. And so from him, he's like, oh my God, I could be on the other side and then protect my mamas and my families and you don't know what stuff. So, he's driven. He really wants to be a Marleyan. But that also shows how screwed up people are. They believe that they are the enemy. How is that fair? You're shunned by society and therefore you need to work up to their standards. That's screwed up.
It is screwed up.
Doesn't make any sense. None whatsoever.
Isn't that the reflection of the society we live in a lot of parts of the world, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's sad. It's sad. And so Reiner really wants to. Well, he saw his dad, and then was
After that ceremony.
Yeah. No, he's like, I don't need no dad. I'm good with my mama, and I'm gonna become a Marleyan. Well, in the past, I think he was really driven, and in the last episode, that meeting, he seems still driven to be. Oh, it's for honor and whatnot. But there's a bit of him. There's a bit of him that regrets. He regrets. There's a change in him. He's definitely a depressed guy. And I think we're going to see a lot more changes in the next few episodes. But anyways.
I think so. I think he might be the guy that somehow the Survey Corps try to influence into changing.
Maybe.
Because they see, there's a hole in that little armor they can expand. And
maybe
he's the one they could maybe convince. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
The cool thing is we saw, obviously, the original crew that infiltrated the Paradise Island.
The AUG team.
Oh, man. So Zeke, Reiner, Annie, Berthold. I never know if I'm saying his name properly.
Berthold.
Porco.
Porco Rosso.
His name, man.
I love that name, Porco.
Yes. No, Porco is not part of it. Sorry, it's Marcel.
No, but he's, well, we saw him.
Yeah.
Marcel's brother, Porco.
Yeah, exactly.
Porco Rosso.
So one of the flashbacks we saw in previous season where we just saw that Marcel was eaten and that's it. But we didn't really know what was going on, right?
Yeah.
So
wait, did we say Peek? Peek? Whatever her name is.
But Piak wasn't part of the crew.
She was part of the crew.
She was.
She was a little loner in the corner.
I see.
Yeah,
yes.
She was there. But she didn't go initially.
Yeah, it was the first part and then Zeke.
She and Zeke were going to step back. But initially it was Marcel, Berthold, Annie, and Reiner. Initially. Yeah. But we all know what happened there.
Oh, man.
Ooh,
somebody
Marcel
got
dead.
Yeah, he did.
He got the money nummies by another
hungry.
Attack on Titan.
Yes. She didn't put salt, nothing on it. Just pick it up, man.
Yeah, bones and all.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
Well,
but even before we go to that point, right, where they went to their journey to find who the original Titan is.
Yeah, infiltrate.
Yeah. We did see that the new Titan are being tested before being sent off to island.
You gotta see what they can do.
Yes.
You can't just send off a bunch of kids that are like 12 years old and be like, okay, do your best.
Yeah, but it also shows that, man, the world is always screwed up, right? There's always wars.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of opportunity to
send kids to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. That's screwed up.
Yeah, which is nuts. Child soldiers.
No, but they did a good job. They destroyed a city as their test, right? So. Yes. That showed that they were ready to infiltrate the Holy Land, the Paradise Island.
Now, you know what's crazy? Is it me or all the strongest Titan are blonde and blue eyes? Zeke, Reiner,
Uh-huh.
Annie.
Yeah.
Except from obviously
Bartle.
yeah, or he's not. I wouldn't call him like, okay, he's a strong Titan, but I wouldn't call him like
He's a
this.
big Titan.
He's big, but is he the
He's
strongest, more agile, smart? You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have abilities like the other ones.
He can heat up and
Fair
cool
enough.
down.
Fair enough. You want a hot soup or cold soup? Hey, call Bert Hall.
Bert Hall. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I guess. Yeah, no, that's a worthy point. That's true. Because, I mean, if we're making the link to Nazi Germany, Aryan, if they're all blonde and blue-eyed, that kind of shows their preference to who could lead the assault. Right?
I mean, just look at the example of Porco, right?
Yeah. Well, he's not blonde.
He's not blonde.
Yeah.
But he was given, he was passed over for Reiner.
Yeah, but...
Right? Because his brother was like, hey, I don't want my brother to go to war.
Yeah. But it's also because they know that Reiner is so brainwashed that he'll do anything for the Marlians. Yes. So, whatever. And Marcel wasn't blonde, blue-eyed either.
True. That's a good point.
But then again,
he's not
he's
one of the
just
strongest, right? My point is just...
He's just the bleach Titan, so he probably doesn't matter as much.
No.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, after they're tested, after that, they were ready to go, infiltrate. And the key point that I want to mention of this episode is basically all about Reiner.
Yeah.
It's all about Reiner. They show how he was a weakling, and a brainwashed weakling at that, and then got Marcel killed, and he feels guilty, so he took up the responsibility. And that's who we know as Reiner, because we weren't shown the weak-ass Reiner. We were shown the motivated, strong, dependable Reiner, which is kind of funny, because then Porco mentioned that it's like, oh, you used to be a something.
Yeah. A little
a scaredy cat.
Yes.
Let's just say.
You little B.
Little B. And, or a big B. And, he grew up to the occasion, but he knew him for who he was. Yes. And so he's kind of making jokes at him. But the thing is, he became in charge. He took his place because he got the other guy killed and he felt responsible. But now, in the future, you can tell. Once again, back to the last episode when we talked about when they were talking at the dining room table, it looked like he was reminiscing and not really talking about how people were evil. And the confirmation about that is that he tried to commit suicide. Why are you committing suicide if you believe in what you're doing? And although it is gruesome, if you believe in what you're doing, then you shouldn't really be depressed about anything. It's a war. People are going to die, unfortunately. Yeah. But if you're...
And if your goal is to become Marlian and I guess get your family back together, suicide will be the last thing on your mind.
Yeah. So, I don't know. He has regrets. He definitely has regrets.
Definitely had regrets. Yeah. And we saw that a little snippet throughout season 1, 2, a little bit season 2. Season 3, but now it's all for fun, right?
Because is it acting?
It's his episode.
Was he acting the whole time? For sure, sometimes, but I don't know. I think he has regrets. So maybe they could use that. The Survey Corp could use that to, I don't know,
to their advantage.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, and we saw what we saw. We saw Jesus Aaron.
Yeah, Jesus Aaron. He got that long hair.
Oh man, long hair, little
Jesus
beard.
Aaron.
Weird thing, I guess the Survey Corp decided to cut his leg.
No, he might have naturally gotten it. Maybe he cut it himself. Maybe he got it naturally injured. But the fact is, he's there and he's spying. He's doing his job. The Survey Corp are there. I don't know where the other ones are. Maybe that's why, because I thought I saw, what's his name?
Gene. First episode, yeah.
So maybe he's just outside of town or just cruising and he's waiting for information from Aaron. And he's using Falco. I don't know. Well, we don't know yet, but he's going to use him. Why else would he come up to him? Why would he talk to Falco? There's no reason.
Gather information, know what the prospect are up to.
Because he can tell from a distance that Falco is close to Reiner, so maybe he's going to use him for something.
Especially with the armbands, right?
Yeah, he knows.
That's a great
If he's been there for 4 years, then he knows what the armbands are about. He knows who to get close to. He knows how to get his information. I don't know. But while they were talking, the fact that he talked about a lot of personal stuff. When he was talking to Falco
on the bench
about war and the outcome and what it comes down to, and if people would choose to go through it despite knowing what the outcome would be, would they do it anyway? That's all about him, because he wasn't given a choice to have the Titan power. He wasn't given a choice to have to live outside the wall. He wasn't given a choice to be hated. So it's interesting that at the end he says only those who keep moving forward will ever know. Will ever know what? Well, we're about to find out. So yeah.
Yes. Again, guys, this is a breakdown of episode 3. If you have any comments, leave it on the section below. If we might have missed something, you might not agree with some of our points, just let us know. And obviously leave a like.
Subscribe.
Yes, I was gonna say subscribe, but
yeah, but I said first.
Should they subscribe?
They should always subscribe.
Okay, so please subscribe.